So it is my absolute pleasure to introduce Kieran. Yay!
Hi, everyone. Hello. Thanks. So we're taking over today, and we're really making this a little bit about community. We want to share a bit about the jam that's happening. It's the Campus Game Jam. It's for students, so thanks, Stephen. It's been going for a little while now, but we're really excited about some of the changes. But first, we're going to reveal our theme, which we did yesterday live. It's a great video. But in case you missed it,
and everyday night. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girl. One Professor Utonium accidentally added an extra ingredient to the concoction, chemical X.
Thus, the Game Jam theme was born.
So welcome everyone to the Campus Game Jam. We're really excited. It's such a great community event, and we're excited to share a little bit with you. But I am an academic, or a recovering academic, much like a bunch of us here. So I am going to give you a little bit of history about game jams, just so you can kind of get a sense of where it came from and where we are now. So Brendan, where are you? You should be clicking my slides. No, I'm joking. Okay, so before Game Jam in the 90s, there was a thing called speed hacks. And speed hacks were really where it started. But what's interesting is that actually it started as engineering kind of tricks and things that people wanted to do. So it was run by Allegro, which is a library, and everyone had to use Allegro and had to make these weird little concoctions out of it. So it was very much this kind of software click. 14 people in their early ones. They got a little bit bigger than that, ran all the way to the 2000s. But yeah, it started as a speed hack. After that, this is really the first game jam. It was called the North Indie Game Jam. It was held in 2002, and that's the attendance and the participants. Again, what they were trying to do there, and it was a challenge that they set for themselves, was to build something with everyone used the same engine. So someone actually designed an engine that produced 100,000 sprites. And the challenge was to have 100,000 dudes. And you would fight with all these dudes, or you would do something crazy with all these dudes. So it was very much focused on using this engine and coming up with weird things that they did there. This is what it looked like, their page. They didn't have itch back then, so this was this is the invitation to the North Annual Game Jam. And there were a number of people there who we know and who are quite famous. Some of the people who worked on Thief and System Shock, Jonathan Blow was part of it. So it really was this community of creators that we actually know now and that we engage with. And go on. And this is how it ended, much like every game jam since then. So it really was a mad time. You can see all the old computers. But 1 month later, just 1 month later, we had the first Ludum Dare, which means to give play or to give a game. And now I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Ludum Dare. I'm sure a lot of you have competed or participated in Ludum Dare. I think there's 3 a year now, but someone can correct me on that. Two, okay. But this was the first one here. Again, it only had like 20 participants or something. It was a year later, but it was immediately global. And it was immediately held online and invited people from around the world to. Game jams have produced a lot of things which we know now and which we engage with all the time. These are some of the famous games that have come out of game jams. So Celeste, and this is actually Hungry Night as opposed to Hollow Knight, but it did change its name. Baba Is You, Super Hot, these are some of the games that have come out of game jams. So it really is a space to start your experimentation and to see where it takes you and to spend more time on it, and it could become something really awesome. And obviously we all know Broforce, which is a big South African hit, which came out of a game jam, although they used to be called Black Ships Fill the Sky. And they entered this in 2012, I believe, was the jam entry. Thanks, Sharon. South Africa, we've been jamming since very early days. And in fact, I think a lot of our culture as a gaming scene has come from jams. It's come from that indie, make stuff, break stuff, do all sorts of weird and wonderful things. So these are some of the jams and some of the spaces that are involved in there. And I think Super Friendship Arcade is a great example of that, where we see the kind of punk aesthetic and the punk way of working and making just weird controllers and weird things. So it's been a part of what we've been doing. We've held a lot of global game jams, a lot of sites there. And yeah, we've got a really great scene. So please, if you aren't involved yet, do get involved with the game jams in the country. And happy 5th birthday to the Campus Game Jam. So this year we're in our 5th year, and it's really exciting that actually we have the founder, Enrique and Tim, from the first year when it was the Inter-Campus Game Jam. It really started as an initiative to kind of get students to socialize and engage with each other during COVID. When it was very isolated and people didn't have the kind of community that we do here now, right? And it was really great to see, and it's been going great since then, and we're really, really excited for our 5th birthday. We sang happy birthday last night on our live stream, so you don't have to do it now. So I just want to take a moment to celebrate the winners. I think To Walk Alone and Lighthouse Keeper was 4 angry men, if they can stand up. Old men. Congratulations. I think what's interesting is while doing this, I've obviously been going into the Internet Archive to find old pictures of speed hacks and stuff, and I'm quite interested in how we preserve games. Unfortunately, this game, Pew Pew Meow Meow, was an interactive story that was told using Google Documents. And like people would click and have hyperlinks, and it was really, really interesting. But actually, we don't have a way to archive it. And we don't have a way to preserve it in the way we should. But we are hoping to rectify that. And what we have done in our link tree, we've actually put all of the itch submissions, all of the years of the jams there. So if you are interested in seeing the games that have been produced over the years, go to the archive and join there and see what we've got. And also, we don't know who the winner will be this year, so we're really, really excited. So just before I hand over, I think what's really exciting is that so many of the people here have jammed and have been at the Campus Game Jam in many, many years. And much like Enrique started and is no longer with it, it's time for us, Tim, myself, and Kirsten, to hand over our baton. So this is our baton, because we've played Joust in every single one. And we're handing it over to Cheyenne. Cheyenne, will you come and get your baton? Woo! Congratulations. And there are some more batons for your team. I think we should congratulate the team this year who's been doing it. Taylor, Subs, Ashley, Amara, stand up, wave. And what's really great is that everyone here who's part of the team has jammed, has been through the process, and really is equipped to like just take over. It's been so great. I haven't had to do anything. And Cheyenne's emailing people and sorting everything out. It's been really, really wonderful. And thanks to the community that we've also built around it, I think part of this is bringing that community to meet with the industry community, and that's been really excellent. So thanks everyone for your participation over the 4 years and this year for the 5th year. Congratulations, Cheyenne.
Thank you, thank you.